the 15-inch spacing is an issue. It's plant breeding and the method of fertilization and the utilization of different fertilizers. That's where the real growth in that makes this 15-inch worth buying.
I'd say you need a seatbelt and a Harrow tractor. There was some neighbors of ours, they owned a SeedMaster with 15-inch. They ran it for probably 7 years, and I don't know what the hell it is, but they always had a good crop. And so going into it, we had that experience for years. Plus, I did some study on Alberta, and they had different trials, looking at the spacing. It just seems the science stands behind it. And honestly, go down to Ontario, start talking about 15-inch, 30-inch spacing, they're growing beans or corn, all sorts of things down there. A lot of them have seen that we did 15-inch spacing already. So I think Western Canada was actually behind the times. It's like I said, we were always nervous because somebody's telling us it's going to ruin our farm by adding 3 inches. Well, in a lot of terms, 3 inches makes them to work better. So it's been good for us.
I guess it's tough to really have a comparison because we were running on 12-inch spacing before and there's Seahawk, but we obviously didn't keep our old drills, so we didn't have these side by side, so we were actually just, it is what it is. But just from talking to other guys that have compared, that there's very little, there might be a little bit of lag on the cereals, but it's more than offset by the benefits on the canola side and pulse side. So at the end of the day, I think the pros outweigh the cons, and if I didn't have social media, I probably wouldn't get ripped at all on the 15-inch spacing. But no, it is a little bit rough. That is one pet peeve. It definitely is rougher than a 12-inch, but you got to take the good with the bad, and yeah, so that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, like I said, even on 15 for it was 7, 8 years now on canola. We did do some peas with the planter, so I know, and they work very well. And also on 15-inch spacing, we lent it with. I think the biggest benefit that the industry doesn't like to, well, they talk about it, but as farmers, we really love spraying fungicide in summer to ensure we'd rather be at the lake. But you will see a dramatic decrease in fungicide use with 15 spacing. The airflow just do it better, especially your pulses. And then it's important. It's a healthier, you're going to have a healthier plant. So I think there's a lot more benefit to the 15 spacing than just the dirt and belt acres.
I did a pretty extreme change because prior to wanting this to disc drill, I had this 7.5-inch spacing. So moving from 7.5 to 15 was a huge adjustment, and I can still vividly remember my dad riding with me on the first field, major group, as I was trying to set it up, and I could see the look on his face that he just didn't know if I was crazy or not. And I will admit that I probably had it in the back of my mind a few concerns about the 15-inch spacing, but after I started seeing the crop emerge, it was good. And I can't see myself going back into being narrower unless I see some major changes in some coming years with different growing conditions. But guys are already doing 15-inch on soybeans and canola with planters and sorts of stuff. So that didn't scare me because it was really just the cereals that you had that thought in the back of your mind that maybe. It was the wrong move. But in the first year, we seeded in the pure mud, and then it cropped in the root down, and then it turned dry, and the yields just were average at best. So it was a tough year to really make any decisions. So this year, although we were a little on the drier side, we had pockets that got good moisture, and I would say some of my best yielding wheat this year matched some of the best yielding wheat I've ever thrown. We control, if you mentioned, everybody talks about that, but it's a non-issue. We farm a bottle country, we have some saline areas, there's kochia come late in the season, and it doesn't matter whether you're on 15-inch or 10 or 12 or relay. Spacing doesn't matter. That kochia is going to come late in the season, regardless of row spacing. And when you get out in the middle of the field, it's bonus clean. I have no concern there, and I guess I'll echo what Martin said. Although I don't have any data to back up maybe that disease is less of an issue